Li Zhu as the premier tank to be running. I remember when this game first started out. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you're curious about any other hero in Empires and Puzzles, you can view my website at anchorgame.com. There you will find I have graded every single hero with a calibrated team of graders. This resource will always be free. Thinking about supporting the hero grades and the breakdown videos? You're welcome to donate. Otherwise, feel free to share this resource with a friend. I have my exclusive line group called Anchor Cove, where you gain access to myself and tons of other experienced players with on-demand information and resources. If that piques your interest, all that information is on the opening page of my website with a short video. Let me dive into today's hero breakdown. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Today we are doing a brand new hero breakdown on Li Zhu. She's got 618 on her attack, 665 on her defense, and 1098 on her health. Statistically, she's about average with her attack, her defense, health total, all of it's about average. It's pretty crazy because she's running at average speed. As far as her hero special goes, she deals 150% damage to all enemies and reduces the mana of all enemies by 20%. Man, this is the classic hero. If you guys don't remember, it was very, very awesome days to be seeing Li Zhu as the premier tank to be running. I remember when this game first started out, this was the tank to be had. It was super annoying because you try and attack into it, she just keeps on decreasing your mana and dealing damage. It was wild, guys. It was wild. Nobody had level 80s. Everybody was at 70s. We didn't even know what ascension mats were. They didn't exist. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It is a free massive turn-based dark fantasy RPG. If you want a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do, hit the link in the description. If you're a new player, you'll get a 1-day XP boost, 3 Raid Flasks, 1 Ancient Shard, 1 Void Champion Bulwark, and 50 gems. All your treasure, it's waiting for you right over here. Man, I'm having some nostalgia right now because I remember this character being so annoying. Between her and level 70 Liana, it was a different day. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys remember those days? Let me know if you remember that. She is a monk class hero, and if you're looking to add emblems to her, I would definitely focus a bit more on her defense. The biggest contributing factor that she's going to be doing that makes her the most annoying is reducing the mana of the enemies by 20%. It's super, super annoying, so you want to keep her alive. You want to be defensive focused, so focus on the defense and the health total. You're not too worried about her attack, because that's not what makes her annoying. It makes her great. When we look at a Titan grade, she is going to get a B as far as the Titan grade goes. There is some usability here. She keeps your team alive by reducing the mana. Potentially, if he's going to go off, you reduce the mana. Keep your guy alive a little bit longer. You can hit into the weak spot and set it up so it's reducing the mana. I'm not a big fan of her hero special against the Titan, especially with her only having 616 on her attack. She possibly fits into that high tile damage slot. Probably not my first hero that I'm going to be considering when going against a Titan, because she's pretty much only just going to be reducing the mana, and that's not super mega effective against a Titan. She is going to get a B grade. When we look at her offensive grade, she is going to get a B+. This might flex into an A-. It is quite useful to be able to reduce the mana of all enemies, not to mention you're dealing damage to all enemies, and she is running at average speed. You could pair her with another 4-star like Jackal, to where she gives the elemental defensive down and then she comes and she deals the damage. There is that possibility. I do also like her if you're using like White Rabbit. Maybe you could use her on top of it to give the defensive down, plus her dealing damage to everything. There is some usability, and she is actually kind of okay as far as a standalone hero, especially when she's impacting all the board at average speed and making it so they can't fire off their specials. She is going to get a B+ grade there. Now, when we look at her tank grade, again, these grades are considered against 5 stars. She is a pretty stellar tank, especially being in 4 stars. I could see the intermediate alliances, especially if you're running like yellow specific tanks, to where she could get the nod there. Currently, she's got an A- grade. Maybe goes into an A if you're adding a whole bunch of emblems. That reducing the mana by 20% is super, super annoying. Trying to battle into it, and she also does put a clock on you at the 150% damage to all enemies. Could be an issue, but just not being able to fire off your specials is probably one of the most annoying things. So she is going to get an A-, one of the higher graded heroes in 4 stars, especially in the tank position. Now, when we look at her flank grade, she is going to get a B+ grade there. She could definitely be used in the flank position potentially. If you really are in a bind and you're using 4-star heroes, she could maybe slip into that spot because she is reducing the mana of all enemies. There's going to be a lot of times where you fire off some tiles, bounce into it, and then you accidentally bounce into her. She's reducing the mana, setting it up so it doesn't go off, and then you're in the awkward position. Especially what's really important is she's reducing it to 20%, which means that you have to pretty much make a match 3 to be able to get all the mana back that you lost. You can't just click a dragon that will take 10%. So when you do that, it definitely impacts it, makes it a bit more annoying being at the 20%. When we look at her win grade, she's going to get a B grade. There is some usability, probably not the best spot, but she could be used there. So she is going to get an overall defensive grade of an A-. This might be close to a B+. I think I gave her a little bit too much credit potentially, but I think that she could be used, especially if you're throwing emblems on her. Could be one of the annoying factors. If you need a tank, you just really need to focus on keeping her alive. When we look at her weekly raid grade, these grades are graded against other 4-star heroes, and she is going to get an A on rush attack. This is very close to an A+, with her running at very fast speed, taking away 20% mana and also dealing damage. It's going to be really annoying. She's really, really annoying as far as the tank raid goes when she's battling and she's doing it to where you can't bring purple heroes. Running her as a tank definitely helps out quite a bit because she's just always taking away the mana, and it gets really, really annoying. So she is close to an A+, very solid hero on rush attack. When we look at her buff grade, she is going to get a B grade there. It's pretty much just setting up because obviously she's not going to be giving you any buffs or anything like that, but she's just dealing a decent amount of damage, being that she's running at average speed and she's helping out, but it's not going to be really too much of a factor in that buff tournament. And when we look at her Bloody Battle grade, she is going to get an A-. I do actually appreciate this hero on Bloody Battle. Being that she's running at average speed, she's also stealing the mana, taking that away from them, and then she's also putting a clock on them too. So if they really, really need to fire off a special and she goes off, could be a huge factor there. So I do like her on Bloody Battle. She is going to get the A- grade there. She is going to get an overall grade of a B+. This may be close to an A-. I could see a debate there. She is definitely one of the better 4-star heroes to be having. Definitely consider leveling up for sure. So thanks so much for watching this content. Please make sure you subscribe, you turn those notifications on, and I'll see you on the next video.